Hey guys, I know that doesn't look like anything like a propagated apple tree, but I don't know if I ever mentioned before, but I'm from Lunenburg County, Nova Scotia, and being a proud Lunenburg County fella, he's always proud of his wood pile. You wouldn't be a good Lunenburg County boy if you weren't proud of your wood piles. So I got my firewood all done up. I had it done up for a couple of weeks now. Firewood this year, and I think last year, I put on old pallets that I got from the local hardware store. And boys, what a great way. I don't know why I didn't do it years ago, but what a great way. The wood, when I put it in last year, every stick right to the bottom was dry as anything. The pallets give good airflow underneath, and I think it makes a great job. But I have no idea. There was 8 cord and a little bit here. So I got a pile done up there. That's kind of a stout, heavy-duty pile. And then another one over here that's probably as much wood as in the big one. I think it's as much wood as in the big one, but it's just a little lower and longer. So all ready for next winter. Get that in about end of August, September, something like that, depending on what the weather is, and it'll be great. This summer in Nova Scotia has probably been about the best summer I've ever had in years and years and years. April and May was dry and warm and beautiful. June, I mean, all running like 20, 22, 25 degrees. We were getting dry here a bit ago, and Baking Soda was kind enough to send us over some rain, and that was awful nice of him. I tried to send him some sunshine back. I don't know if he got it or not. I sent it by Canada Post, so it may be a little slow getting there, but if he holds on and doesn't drown or get eaten by slugs, he'll find the sunshine after a bit. It's definitely on its way. So sorry if it's a little late. Nova Scotia or Canadian mail, I can't help it. The wood pile, I had a friend who's cleaning out his barn. I got some hay from him. I do some hay gardening, so that's going to be some future hay. There's potatoes. The wood pile kind of ties in with a project I have going on up there, tearing that flue down. And I got to build myself a new flue. Every time I start a new project, I make more work. But I picked up a cook stove here a bit ago. I'll do videos of that later in the fall when we get it hooked up and get it running. But around here in Nova Scotia, your flues have to be wet certified for your insurance companies. And my old flue is a brick flue that only starts from the 2nd story. And it doesn't go all the way to the basement, which is not legal anymore. And so I got to tear the flue down, and I'll put up a new insulated stainless steel one. So anyway, that's my job. I have a few days off this week, so I'll get the old flue tore down. It's gonna be hot, sunny for the next 7 days, 28, 30 degrees. Anybody that's still got hay, there's still hay in this field. This here's the haying week, if anybody's making it. So I don't get into haying much, but I always seem to get roped in for a few days of it to help a few people out, and some at work too. Anyway, here's my apple trees. I told you I'd get to the apple trees eventually. There's one. This here, I guess, if my research is right, is called mounding up. Over there's a little tent caterpillar on there. So I put a bucket around here and filled it about half full of sawdust. And as that tree grows up, I'll keep topping the rest of the bucket up full of sawdust. And as a recap, this was my first one. The first one I cut in April still got the best growth. The one I cut a month later, it's almost catching up. So I didn't see a whole lot of difference there so far. The one I cut a month later that was out in full leaf, I don't even know if you can see it, but I thought I killed it for sure. A little tiny sprout come out of it, That one there I'm not going to get any new rootstocks off of. I'm going to leave that one. Hopefully that shoot will grow up and survive, you know, the rootstock and the ground will survive, but that's all I've got out of that one. So do not cut your rootstocks off for propagating when they're just coming out into full leaf. I think all the energy from the roots went up into it. I went and cut it off and almost killed it. And except for the good graces of the Lord and Mother Nature, it's struggling life. So hopefully it's going to keep that in there alive and growing. But all I'm going to do with this one, I have a bucket, just an old, I don't know, I think I mixed mortar up in that bucket. An old bucket that I'm going to put down over top of the plant. I'm going to try to do this one-handed. The only thing I didn't know about this, and if anybody's watching this and they know, it'd be greatly appreciated, that has a lot of leaves down there in the bottom. I didn't know whether I should strip those bottom leaves before I fill it up full of sawdust. I'm just filling it up full of sawdust. I have a pail here just with straight sawdust from the sawmill into it, and I'm going to take, you see, I'm just going to dump that full of sawdust. Boys, this here working and filming bit, I'm going to have to get myself a tripod or a mountain stick or something for the camera, because I can't work with one hand. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep putting sawdust in this. I'll take this sawdust and probably fill this pail 2/3 way. I'll water it in good so there's no air down through it. But if anybody knows, should I strip the bottom leaves? I didn't strip the bottom leaves off of this. Should I strip the bottom leaves off it before I fill it full of sawdust? Now I'm going to keep